It's time for another sketchbook tour. Let's get into it. Hello guys, so this week's video is going to be a sketchbook tour of one of my latest sketchbooks that have been finished. Now usually in my sketchbook tours, or at least the last few ones, this type of sketchbook I have waited until I've done 2 of these, but because Inktober is starting, I decided, you know what, let's actually get this sketchbook out of the way with and go to a bigger, different type of sketchbook. Before I start looking inside the pages, I'm just going to explain the stickers. Now, this sketchbook has a lot more stickers than normal, and the reason for that is this sketchbook was during all of my convention prep, so I was doing a lot of test stickers, so a lot of these stickers are actually mine. But this top one, as always, is a Scrawlrbox sticker. Then over here we have some of the mermaid stickers that I've been working on for my convention. We have Aquaria, Pearl, and Coraline. This sticker is a painting I did of an amber crystal. And then down here we have a very badly misprinted iceberg sticker. Then on the back we have more mermaids. We have Zayla, Reef, Flipperold, Octavia, and Bryn. So yeah, let's actually get into this sketchbook. So with the first page, I don't know whether you can see it, but I actually did start something, or at least want to start something, and it's really faint in the background, but I can still sort of see it, and I think it does actually appear slightly in the video footage as well. I actually can't remember exactly what this is, but over the top of it I decided to do some character design. Now this sketchbook has a lot of character design in it because I've been trying to flesh out parts of my character universe. A lot of my character universe has like a basic outline of things, or basic outline of certain characters. Now this is literally me going into every part of my character universe and actually fully designing them properly. So this is actually my pirate king, and his name is Callan, which actually means powerful in battle, which I thought was a really cool name. For anybody who doesn't know, he is actually Briar's love interest. Briar's design is actually coming up a little bit later. Some of you have watched my sketchbook tours before and you'll know who Briar is, but some of you might not, and I'm sorry, but I talk a lot about my characters because they are my children. So you can actually see a lot of notes around all of these headshots. This is because I actually went back in and wrote a lot of the notes that I was thinking about when doing all of these sketches, and I did this mainly for my portfolio because I actually wanted to do some character design pages for my portfolio, and Callan was one of the characters that appears in my portfolio now. Now the reason why I did extra drawings of Callan with long hair is because part of me was like, am I sure that the matted curly hair was something I wanted to go with? And the answer was yes. So this is around the time that I received a Scrawlrbox with watercolours that were Dela Rowney Aquafine, I think, and I created this kind of look with it. I really did enjoy, and still do enjoy, this pencil that came in that Scrawlrbox. This is Callan's full design. I came up with a lot of different elements about him, but the main thing that stands out is the fact that he has like 3 separate bandanas, and he is very eclectic. He likes to collect a lot of the items on his travels. His feathers are actually from Avis, and the reason why he wears a bandana under his hat is because his hair is actually so matted, or like so in its shape, it needs to actually be flattened down with the bandana. And I just imagine him taking off the bandana and his hair just exploding out. So the next character is Briar. Now Briar is actually his love interest, so it was very easy to go into Briar's design from here. Now Briar has had so many design iterations because I've been so indecisive with her. It's crazy. A lot of the design iterations usually end up very similar, but I feel like this one in terms of clothing definitely works a lot better. So just skipping ahead a page, just because it kind of relates to the last several pages, we have Briar and Callan. They were definitely tease each other to no end. Because Briar is a princess of Verona, she uses her sister's middle name as her cover aboard the pirate ship, and Callan actually ends up addressing her as Rosie a lot of the time during their interactions, which I think is really sweet. And I've been saying pirates all this time, but technically speaking, they're just travelers on a boat. They don't really attack anybody unless it was for good reason. So just going on to this page, this is actually development for a video. So this was actually the development for the Scrawlrbox joint Paper Tiger and Summer Flourish challenge that I did with 2 different Scrawlrboxes. This was super fun. We have my character Typhy and Hisoki. For those of you who haven't watched previous videos, you won't know that Hisoki and Hayako are the same person. I feel like I'm explaining this every time Hisoki appears, but it's just what happens. So if he's in his mask, I'm just gonna call him Hisoki, and if he's not in his mask, I'll call him Hayako. So we've got some Hisoki. So these were some of the compositions I was thinking about. I was actually really stuck with a composition, but I ended up going with a variant on this particular composition, which I really ended up liking. So for this Arteza video, I was thinking, oh, I could do Skylar, Rocco, Reese, Rosanna, and this is where I started all of that kind of like development with those ideas. However though, I had to remind myself that this was a video mostly about the art supplies itself. It wasn't really supposed to be about the characters, so I had to dial it down a little bit with some of my compositions. So then we go into this page. So this is Tobias. Tobias is actually Ruby's love interest, and then this character right here, her name is Alex, and she actually appears in a video. I went with this composition and expanded it over here. So this next double page spread is actually a redraw of a double page spread in a little sketchbook from years ago. The old sketchbook that this was from was, I think, at least 2 to 3 years ago. So if you've been following me for that length of time, you might recognize this page layout from a little A6 sketchbook. So the next page is my Van Gogh watercolors. Again, if I have enough cards to link you guys to this video in the iCard, I will. If not, the description is where this link will be. Filling this page in my sketchbook was actually testing out Van Gogh watercolors. They were a lot of fun. However, I did notice that upon mixing, they did get very muddy very quickly. But the colours on their own are actually super gorgeous, especially the cerulean blue. It's just beautiful. I can honestly say I have no idea what this was meant to be. Now up here, I think I was trying to go for some kind of like composition, almost like a movie poster vibe with something that I'm working on. Some of you guys will know the project that I'm working on, so this is actually kind of like a cover piece for that, potentially, I don't know, but these are just some first scribbles for it. It's nothing concrete. Then we have Loki and Elijah because, oh, they're so cute. I decided to do Loki in her old outfit as well because nostalgia, am I right? So this particular drawing, I actually don't know what this was, like at all. I was trying to do something, but it didn't work, and it really looks disgusting. I don't really like it personally, but I know that there's probably going to be somebody who likes it. Then we have some sketches of Hawk, Sagini, and Jacob. Now, this is Hawk. Now, these 2 sketches both have Sagini in them. Sagini very much becomes a bridging character between different kingdoms. So this is when she's in Avis, and this is when she is in Verona. This is Jacob. This is actually her second husband, because Hawk is not a very nice person, and they end up falling in love. It's very sweet. So I'm just gonna explain the paper clips very quickly. I actually have a video that is still in the works currently between those 2 pages, so I'm not gonna show that, but hopefully how busy this sketchbook is enough content for you guys. So then we have Hisoki and Typhy Don't ask me why I didn't draw the rest of like Hisoki's body either. Just I have a funny feeling I wasn't really feeling drawing that day. So this is actually a character design for an ice princess. So as some of you guys know, in my character universe, I have a kingdom of fire that's on a volcano. I have a butterfly kingdom, a crystal kingdom, a kingdom of time, like all these different types of kingdoms. But the most obvious one is an ice kingdom, and I've been putting it off because I don't want it to be like Frozen at all. Like that is something that I'm trying to avoid. And yeah, my style might look a little bit on the Frozen-esque side, but in terms of the designs, I just want it to look different. And in the design process, I have different influences to Frozen actually. So I kind of went with a very native sort of approach with this character. This character's name is actually Never, which, if I remember correctly, means snow. But yeah, this is some of the design process that I went through. In terms of the influences, I kind of went native, as I said, Inuit, Eskimo, Yupik, Russian and Siberian winter in there, especially with the hat, the Ushanka. I hope that's how you pronounce it. But yeah, there's that. Next we have the Drawing Your OCs. This is super exciting. This is actually Danny's character, Robin. Danny's character is incredibly detailed, so it was a lot. This was contrasted with Victor from the same video. Much more simpler design. Not all designs have to be like the most complicated. I personally really liked his backstory and it's just really cool. I would recommend watching the video if you want to find out more about this character. So then we have Never and Spiro. Now Spiro is my fire prince and obviously Never is my ice princess. So of course there is going to be some fire and ice tension. I did this really rough illustration while at my convention table, so this piece of artwork in particular holds a special place in my heart, even though it's really super rough. Then I continued the Never character design process. I kind of was like, wait, is the outfit right? I'm not entirely sure. So I did a version of her full outfit and then I kind of did a variant on it and actually did a drawing of that. I thought, well, maybe she could have like this blizzard hair that activates when she's like really stressed out or something. I thought that that could be really cool. And then I also thought some plot points of how her hair could actually be an influence on another character. And in this picture, I really love how the line work turned out. I don't know what it is. I just think that it looks so pretty because it's like super thin and precise and I love it so much. I was doing a little bit of planning for future videos. Another thing that I was doing in terms of the characters was actually exploring the past and how the world has changed. Now, in terms of the world of my character universe, Marriner, on the main continent where Loka and Verona is, there used to be 4 separate kingdoms. Loka, Verona, Solaro and Leiluna. Now, Solaro and Leiluna ended up merging into both Verona and Loka, and Loki's mom is actually the last princess of Leiluna. Then over here we have some very rough designs for Lucille and Antony. These are Loki's cousins. Basically, I have some like current designs of Lucille and Antony. However, I don't have super neat ideas for Lucille and Antony in terms of their younger selves because they appear in my project when they are younger than the current designs I have, so I had to come up with slightly altered designs for them. The last page of the sketchbook is of Callan and Briar because they are adorable. I love them so much. Now originally this sketch was actually just going to be a complete messy type of sketch. I thought, well, no, let's flesh it out. Let's actually make it really cute. And I did, and I really like it. I'm actually really happy that this piece is the last one to end off on because it's really cute. and I really like the sense of atmosphere it has. It looks so good, even though it was supposed to be a rough picture. But yeah. So with that being said, we are at the end of the video. If you liked this video, you can like and subscribe if you haven't already, with those post notifications on, for notifications for every time I upload or live stream. As this video is uploaded, I'm currently in the middle of Inktober, and that is actually available on my Instagram if you want to go and see what I'm up to. My username should be on screen now, or there is a link to my Instagram down below in the description, like with everything else that I've mentioned in this video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!